Hello everyone. Let us start with some more basic problems of isometric projections. So, draw a cube having edge length 80 mm. Draw isometric view of a circle in each face of the cube, or draw isometric circles in a cube having edge length 80 mm. So first of all, draw a cube having edge length 80 mm. The method of drawing the cube that we have discussed in the session 1, follow that particular method to draw the cube. First of all, we have to draw the axis, that is isometric axis inclined at an angle of 30 degrees from the baseline. Then after we have to draw the cube with the method that we have explained in the session 1. So first of all, draw the cube by using the method that we have explained in the session 1. So this is the cube having edge length 80 mm, and after drawing the cube we have to draw isometric circles in a cube. So now we have to draw the cube, or we have to draw the isometric circles in a cube. As we all know that in isometric view, square is not a square but it is a rhombus. Same as the circles in isometric views are not circles but ellipse. So how to draw the circles in a cube, or by using the rhombus. So here the square is a rhombus, and in these all phases we have to draw the circles. Now to draw the isometric circles we have to follow the 4 center method. So how can we derive that 4 centers? So first of all, we have to draw diagonals of the rhombus, that is a horizontal diagonal and vertical diagonal. Here in this phase also we have to draw 2 diagonals of this rhombus. So these are the diagonals of the rhombus. Here also we have to draw the diagonals of the rhombus. Now, as I have explained that we have to follow 4 center method to draw the circle or ellipse, because circle is going to be ellipse in isometric view. So these are the 2 centers, 1, 2 at the shorter diagonal. At the shorter diagonal we have to define centers, that is 1, 2, here 1, 2, and here 1, 2. So 2 centers are at the shorter diagonal. Now how can we define the second 2 centers? And to define the second 2 centers, first of all we have to mark the midpoint of each edge. So this is the midpoint. As the edge length is 80 mm, the midpoint is at 40 mm. So I have marked it already at 40 mm. So mark the center of each edge to define another 2 centers. So first centers are at the shorter diagonal, and now to define the second center, join this corner to this midpoint, or we can also find it by using or by joining this corner to the midpoint over here. So it will give us intersection over here like this. Here also join the corners to define the another center. 1, 2, 3, 4. Here also 1, 2, 3, 4. So we have already marked the 2 centers, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. Now another two centers are at the intersection point of this line and the diagonal, or intersection of this line or at the diagonal. So these are the another two centers. So now we have four centers to draw the circle or isometric circle. So 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now what we have to do? From the center at the shorter diagonal, measure the midpoint, this midpoint, and draw the arc, first arc. Now put your round over here, measure this midpoint, give an arc. Here, put your round over here, measure this midpoint, give an arc. Put your round over here, at the end of the shorter diagonal, measure this midpoint or this midpoint, give an arc. Put your round over here, measure this midpoint, give an arc. Put your round over here, measure this midpoint or this midpoint, give an arc. So we have drawn the arcs from two centers, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. Now we have to draw another two arcs from another two centers which are over here, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. So put your round over here, measure this midpoint and give an arc like this. Give an arc like this. So this will be the isometric circle and it is an ellipse. Put your round over here at this midpoint, measure this distance, midpoint, give an arc. Put your round over here, measure this midpoint, give an arc. So these are the isometric circles, and isometric circles are ellipse. Isometric squares are rhombus. So here we have isometric circles and isometric squares also. So these are isometric squares which are rhombus, and these are isometric circles which are ellipse. So now by using the application to draw the circles or isometric circles, let us draw a cylinder. So here is the question. Draw isometric view of a cylinder having base circle diameter 50 mm and axis height 80 mm. So here we have to draw isometric cylinders having base circle diameter 50 mm and axis height 80 mm. So if you want to draw the isometric view of the cylinder, first of all we have to draw a square prism having base is length 50 mm and axis height 80 mm. The method to draw a square prism, or we have discussed the method to draw the square prism in the session 1. So watch the session 1 to draw the square prism. So by following that particular method, draw the square prism first of all having base edge length 50 mm, axis height 80 mm. So after drawing the square prism, or isometric view of the square prism, make sure that if you want to draw cylinder or pyramid or cone, first of all we have to draw a square prism. So here we want to draw the isometric view of the cylinder. So for that, first of all we have drawn the square prism having base length 50 mm, axis height 80 mm. Now follow the method to draw the circle over here. So first of all draw the diagonals of this top surface Then after find the midpoint. So these are the midpoint that we have already marked. Connect this point to this midpoint to this corner to define the another two center, as we have to draw this circle by using the 4 center method, and it will be an ellipse by 4 center method. So now we have 4 centers, 2, 3 and 4. Now follow the particular method that we have followed to draw the circles or isometric view of the circles. Put your hand over here, measure the midpoint, give an arc. Now put your hand over here on the shorter diagonal, measure the midpoint, give an arc. Now second, put your hand over here, measure the midpoint, give an arc. Put your hand over here, measure the midpoint. So this will be the top face of the cylinder, and we all know that the top face and the base of the cylinder are circles. But if you want to draw the isometric circles, we have to follow the 4 center method, because the isometric circle is not a circle, it is an ellipse. So this will be the top face of the cylinder. Now we have to draw the base of the cylinder, and if you want to draw the base of the cylinder, first of all draw the base of the square prism, which is a rhombus. Mark the midpoint of the edge, midpoint. Join the diagonals of the rhombus, 1, 2, 3, 4. Connect the corners to the midpoints to define the another centers, 1, 2. Now you can see that the cylinder is going to generate from this point like this up to this point. This will be the height of the cylinder from this point up to this point. So in the base we have to draw the circle over here. So for that, put it on over here, measure the midpoint, give an arc. Put it on over here, measure this midpoint, give an arc. Put it on over here, measure the midpoint, give an arc like this, and complete the base of the cylinder. So this is the isometric cylinder. As we all know that this part of the base is not going to be visible isometric view. So this is the isometric cylinder. This is the method to draw the isometric cylinder. Now here is another question. Draw isometric view of a cone having base circle diameter 50 mm and axis height 80 mm. So now here we have to draw the cone of base circle diameter 50 mm and axis height 80 mm. So again, you want to draw the cone having base circle diameter 50 mm, axis height 80 mm. First of all, we have to draw the square prism having base is length 50 mm, axis height 80 mm. So first of all, complete the square prism by following the method that we have discussed in the session 1. After drawing the square prism, first of all, draw diagonals of the top face 1 and 2, diagonals of the base 1 and 2. Now the intersection point of these two diagonals is going to be the apex point of the cone, and if we join the apex point to the center of the base, it will give us the axis height. So axis height is equal to 80 mm. As we have measured this length is 80 mm, the axis height will become 80 mm. Now we have to draw the base. First of all, find the midpoints of edge. Define the centers by connecting the midpoint to this corner of the rhombus, midpoint of the edge. Define the centers. Now we have 4 centers, 1, 2, 3 and 4. First of all, put your hand over here, measure the midpoint, give an arc, put your hand over here, measure the midpoint, give an arc, now you can complete the circle like this, but the back part of the circle is not going to be visible. But draw the complete arc to understand the further method. Now if you want to draw the cone, draw a tangent to the base circle like this from the apex point. Draw tangent to the base circle like this. Here there is a mistake, we doesn't draw the tangent. First of all, complete the arc and draw the tangent from the apex point. Okay, so these are the generators 1 and 2. Complete the circle, base circle. So this will be the top view, this will be the isometric view of the cone. If you want to show the hidden surface of the cone, let us measure this part or midpoint of this particular edge, give an arc, and this part of the base is going to be hidden. As an isometric view, we doesn't show the hidden outlines, but here to understand the figure we have drawn the hidden outlines. Here we can also draw the hidden outlines by using the same method. Midpoint, mark the midpoint, if you want to complete the figure, you can also show the hidden outline of the base also, or you can also show the axis of the pyramid and prism also. So this is the method to draw the isometric view of the cylinder, and this is the method to draw the isometric view of the cone. So by following the different applications to draw the square pyramid, square prism, and then after cylinder, cone, and different methods to draw the cuboid and to draw the cube, we have to follow the particular applications to draw the objects in isometric projections. Thank you.